to the session on your stack application. So in this particular session, we are going to discuss about something very important here. That is what nothing we call it as infix notation, prefix notation, and postfix notation. So in the previous session, we actually discussed about something called as parenthesis checker, right? Parenthesis checker. So in this, what we have seen is nothing but whenever a particular expression is given, something like this, a plus b plus c, this, we are making sure that the number of open braces or open parentheses, whatever we are having, that many closing parentheses of similar type are having or not. So that is what we are actually checking in this particular parentheses checker. This is one. So in order to apply this particular parentheses checker also, we can use tags. So this is one of the application related to stack where we people can use tag in order to perform it. So that is what do we have did it, right? And for example, if you're using your curly braces here and then you're writing a plus b and then you're closing with a normal bracket. Okay, so parenthesis. Then what will happen? This is a curly parenthesis. This is a normal parenthesis. So definitely what we can say that this is not a valid expression. Why? Why? Because you people have opened with the curly brace. So definitely this particular expression should close with a curly brace. And if you see, even this is also not valid. Why? There is a open brace, there is a closing brace, but apart from these curly braces, you are having one more brace here. That is what we call it as normal closing brace, but we don't have an opening brace. Then this is also an invalid expression. But in case if you have an open brace like this, then this becomes a particular thing, becomes a valid expression. That is what he means to say exactly in this particular thing. Then this particular thing actually becomes a valid expression. Why? Because you are having open brace, open bracket, a plus b, close bracket, close braces. So you are having two curly braces, two. So this becomes a valid expression. But in case any one of them is missing, so definitely it is not a valid expression. That is what we have seen. And also along with that, we have seen the different program. The program relevant to that, we have seen how we can execute it and how we can determine whether an expression is there valid or not, and even how stacks have been used in this. Now, in this particular session, we will see related to something called as infix to postfix notation. So what exactly those are, we'll see the introduction part, and then we'll directly dive into this particular infix to postfix notation. So today now we are going to discuss this. So what we are going to discuss is this one, conversion of an infix expression into a postfix expression. This is what we are going to discuss. So basically the main heading for this particular thing is evaluation of arithmetic expression. You know that the arithmetic expressions are the one, like you people in the first year might have gone through different problems related to arithmetic expressions. That expressions we are going to evaluate in this particular thing. So first thing is a Polish notation. What exactly it is? Now these algebraic notations, whatever we write, algebra. You people are very much familiar with algebra, right? So in this algebraic notation, whenever we are applying here, so we know that different type of notation. So there are basically three type of notations we actually use. The most easiest and the most familiar one, what we use is something we call it as infix notation. This is the one we actually use in your mathematics. If you go to your first year mathematical textbook right now, you might be having some mathematics subject. You people might be going through it. So whenever you people are writing algebraic notation, that notation is what we call it as infix notation. Okay, so the basic notation what we have is infix notation. This something like you people are writing expression a plus b plus c close. So this is what we call it as infix notation. And this is the one which humans can actually understand. Humans can easily understand this particular expression. That's a thing we actually write. For example, ax square plus bx polynomial expression. What is it? This is one kind of infix you can say. Why infix? Because the operators, whatever you are having here, that you are placing in between the operands. The operator, whatever you're having here, you're placing in between the operands. I think you people know what do you mean by operands here. A, B, and C are nothing but in this expression, A, B, C are the operands, right? And what are the operators I have used here is nothing but only single operator, something called as plus. Remaining all the brackets. So here, whenever a operator, this is operator, whenever an operator is placed between the operands, OP is the short form for operand, plus OP, operand. So whenever a operator is placed in between two different operands, then that is what we call it as infix notation. That is what we call it as infix notation, like something like C equal to A plus B. You will understand if we are giving the value of 3 as value of A as 3 and the value of B as 2, you know that 3 plus 2, you'll be getting the output as 5. So this is your operator and these two are the operands. So whenever this operator is coming in between two different operands, then this is what we call it as infix notation. Now something like you can see here, uh, uh, okay, let me erase this. So I think you people are understanding what exactly I'm speaking here in this particular context. Now, if you see the same expression, okay, let me write it again better. So A plus, okay, forget about this. Something you are writing A plus B plus C. So you people can say this is an infix notation. If you see here, assume that this is one expression. I'm going to represent this as B. Sorry, or it's already B is there now. Okay, I am expressing this as something called as D. Okay, so the whole expression. Then in that way, what happens here? This expression is something like A plus D, isn't it? A plus D. D is now where D is okay. A plus D where D is equal to how much? B plus C. This is how. So I'm writing like this. So if you see here, an operand is here and it is coming between two different expressions. Same thing is what I'm talking about in this particular scenario. This is only for expression I'm telling you. Okay, not for to convert into that form or something like that. So if you see here, A plus B plus C. So you can see there is a plus operator between two different operands B and C. So this is the infix notation. Now A plus B plus C. This is the one which humans can easily understand. And that's why we call it as a infix notation. Apart from that, we have two more. Something we call it as postfix notation and prefix. What do you mean by postfix and prefix here is nothing but these are the expressions which your system can understand. That is nothing but the operating system what you are using. Operating system cannot you understand infix notation. As a human beings, we can understand infix notation. We can solve the problems related to that. But system finds it very difficult to convert, I mean, understand this particular infix notation. So to overcome this particular problem, a Polish notation. Okay, a person from Portuguese, actually one his name is there. I will be showing it. I am not able to pronounce it properly. If you people can, then you can do it up. So that person actually developed this postfix notation. And using this notation, this is very much understandable by something called as your system, your operating system, whichever the system you're using operating system, it is able to understand. Same way prefix notation. Okay. So these are the two notations which are very, very important. Infix is the one which we already know. We don't have to bother about that much. You people can easily understand. So let's talk about infix notation here. So as I told you that everyone is familiar with infix notation. Why? Because I told you it's a human readable format. So humans are the one who are using infix notations whenever they are writing the algebraic expressions. Now in this, the operator is placed between the operand. That is what I told you, right? The operator is placed between the operand. That is nothing but A plus B. So plus is placed between the operands. So yeah, this is an example. Okay, let me just find it up and then I can. Oh, yeah, if you see here, A plus B, the plus operator is placed between the two operand. That is what I was giving you the example here. So this is the easiest way of representing an expression. Okay, but as I told you, it is very difficult for the system, your computer, to understand it. It takes lot of evaluation process and sometimes even it may not be able to figure it out what exactly it has to do. Sometimes it enters into a confused kind of state that what exactly need to be done whenever you're giving this infix expression. Even yeah, to be frank, let us suppose you have written simple addition of two numbers. What is the expression? What is the logic? C equal to basically what we write is A plus B. Even this also system can't understand because the operator is present in between two operands. Na? System doesn't understand, okay, what exactly need to be done here now. So in order to overcome that, we are going to use this postfix and prefix. Okay. And before that, you should know something called as operator precedence. I don't know whether in C language that this has been explained to you not. When you people have gone through the C programming, we have associative rules and all, and with respect to bracket rules and all. So whenever an expression is given something like this, A plus B plus C. So we actually use BODMAS. I don't know how many of you know that. I guess you people know it if you have completed C. This is the process. This is what we call it as operator precedence, means the priority. So whenever you are having an expression within a bracket, first you have to overcome that particular bracket so that we can represent that as a single statement or a single expression. Then we will go for a bottom. B is nothing but bracket of. Then D is nothing but division. So wherever you're performing division, that has to be done first. Then you have to go for multiplication, then addition, and then subtraction. So these subtraction and addition will be having lowest priority, while division and multiplication will have a highest priority. And whenever you are having an expression within the bracket, you people have to first solve that particular expression. For example, if a plus b plus c is there, for okay, let me write it so that you people don't get confused here. So the same expression, if I am giving you like this, a plus b plus c. If I ask you, okay, solve this problem, what you will be doing it? So definitely what you will do is nothing but first, if you take this particular expression, some students might be trying to solve it first. Whatever the value is present in A, they will they will do addition with B, and whatever the output you are getting something X, that you will be adding with C, and finally you will be getting the output as Y, some Y, isn't it? Something. Okay, let me explain now this with the help of a problem now. Suppose A value I'm taking 3, A is equal to 3, B is equal to 2, and C equal to 6. So 3 plus 2 plus 6. So some people will be doing like 3 plus 2, that is how much? 5. That is nothing but X, I mean to say. 5 plus 6 is nothing but I'm calling it as 11. That is what I'm talking about here, Y. But if you take some people, they will do in a reverse way. Reverse in the sense, they might use a different way of expression in order to do it. What is that expression? Like they might be like, for example, a plus b plus c is there. Some people might try to solve this b plus c first, and whatever the result you're getting x, that they will be adding with a, then they will be getting the output as y. That is what I mean to say. But when the expression is given into the format which you people are seeing onto the left hand side, where brackets are used, they are clearly specified here. If you see this one, so whenever bracket is there, first what you will be doing it, you will first try to solve the problem which is present in the bracket. Means you will perform addition of b plus c first, and whatever the output you are getting x, that you will be adding to this a, and then finally you will be getting the output as y. This is the way we are applying. So that is what we call order of precedence. Means based on the priority, you will. So that order of precedence is nothing but BODMAS. You people can remember. So BO is nothing but bracket off. So wherever the brackets are there, first remove that brackets. How? Whatever the expression is present within the brackets, solve it, and then get a final statement. And then wherever first division is there, you will be performing division because it's highest priority. Then multiplication, then addition, and then subtraction. So here division and multiplication, and there is okay, depending upon the operators you are using, you will be given this as higher priority. Addition and subtraction you will be giving as always lowest priority, and based on that you will be performing the operation. So computers, as I told you, they can most easily and effectively can understand something called as prefix and postfix notation. So whatever the expression you are giving, that will be converted into a prefix and postfix notation. For example, even you are giving addition of two numbers c equal to a plus b, first this will be either converted into a prefix form, or it will be converted into a postfix notation. Then only the operating system will start operating on that, whatever the addition and subtraction need to be done. So what is this prefix and postfix? Then let's look into this. So postfix notation, as I told you, well, I don't know how to pronounce this name. If you people are good in tongue twisters, so you people can. So it is developed by Jan Lucas Zibs. Okay, so you can pronounce it the way you want to do it. So he is the actual person. He is from a Portuguese. I guess he's from Portuguese, where he's a Polish logician. Logician means the one who gives very logical answers. So definitely, whenever you're talking about logics, means definitely he is a very good mathematician. And apart from mathematician, he is also a philosopher. He is not a single person. He's the one who is a good logician, mathematician, and a philosopher. He is the one who actually developed this particular postfix notation. Okay, so remember that usually we can say Jan Lucas Viz, like that. If people can do it up, the main aim for the development of this particular, this is nothing but, I mean, parenthesis free prefix notation. The main aim was to develop a parenthesis free prefix notation. What does that mean is nothing but, suppose you are having an expression like this, a plus b plus c, the whatever the brackets are there, I want to delete those brackets. How can I delete? First, whatever the expression is present within that bracket, I will be solving it up. So b plus c, I'll be getting some output x. So directly a plus x. So you can see that there are no more brackets here. I have just removed it. How I am able to remove it? Simply by solving the expression that is present within that particular bracket. And then finally you'll get the output. So this is the main aim of this particular postfix notation. Removing a or having a parenthesis free prefix notation. We call it as Polish notation also. Or we can also have a postfix notation. So either it can be a prefix notation or it can be a postfix notation. That is what we call it. Okay. And if you talk it about postfix notation, it is also called as reverse Polish notation. But if you talk about parenthesis free prefix notation, it is called as Polish notation. Reverse Polish means this is a mirror image. This postfix notation is a mirror image of prefix and postfix. I think in English you might be getting these terminologies: prefix, postfix. Prefix is nothing but before, postfix is nothing but after. So what is before and after? Let's see. So in a postfix notation, the operator is placed after the operand. So I think I told you postfix is nothing but after, right? Prefix is nothing but before. So what do you mean by postfix notation? Here is nothing but whatever the operator you're having within the expression, you're going to place it after the operand. Whatever the operand you're having, you will be placing it. For example, a plus b. I want to convert. This is what, which notation it is? It is a infix notation because there is a operator. You see here, there is an operator between two expressions. So infix notation. Now this I'll be converting into a postfix notation. So what do you mean by postfix notation? The operator is placed after the operand. So whenever between two different operands you are having an operator, you will remove that operator from between and place it in the last after the operands. So what are the operands we have? A, B plus. This is what we call it as postfix notation. I hope you people are getting it. This is what I call it. This is what system can understand. And this is what we can understand. If I give you A plus B, you understand, okay, what is the value of A we have? What is the value we B have? We will be doing addition here. But if I give the same to the system won't understand. Now this system will be converting into this. Now this system can understand that it has to perform addition between A and B and it will perform the operation. Then what about prefix notation? Prefix is the mirror image of this particular thing. Means the operator whichever you are having here, this operator you need to place it before the operands. What are the operands we have? Just write it up, A, B. And before that you need to write the operator. What is the operator we are using? Plus this. This is the only difference we have with respect to your postfix expression and your prefix expression. Okay, I hope you people are getting it. So this is what he means to say in exactly in this particular thing. This is AB plus, and this is something we call it as plus AB. So this one, the first one is what we call it as postfix expression, and the second one. So wherever the operator is placed after the operand, we call it as a postfix notation. Wherever the operator is placed before the operand, we call it as prefix expression. Okay. So let's go ahead. So let's take an example. So same example, I have taken A plus B. This is an infix notation. So that can be written as AB plus. So if you see here, the plus operator, I have placed it after those two particular variables. Or you can say the two particular operands. So whenever you people are representing an operator after the operands, okay, so that we call it as a postfix notation. The order of evaluation of the postfix expression is always on left. Means you will be scanning whatever the expression is given. Suppose A plus B, you will never go from right to left. You will always scan from left to right. Remember that whenever you are given an expression to solve related to postfix notation, you have to always go from left to right. First A, then you are having an operator plus. hold that operator there itself. Next, you are having expression B, right? B. After that, I don't have any expression. So whatever the operator I have, that I will be placing here. So from left to right only, you have to scan the elements one by one. You should never scan them from something called right to left. Okay, if you are doing right to left, it will become something B A plus, but that is wrong because postfix always works from left to right. So whenever I am giving you an expression, anyone is giving you an expression, make sure that you people are actually scanning it from left to right one by one, the characters, whatever we are having. Okay. So even brackets cannot alter the order of execution here. So brackets cannot alter means even though there are brackets are present, that doesn't mean you will go to the right side. For example, if you are given a bracket like A plus B plus C, even though this is given, you know that first I had to solve this particular expression B plus C. That doesn't mean that you will be start doing from this direction, right to left. No, always first you have to come here. First you have to take expression A only. After that, this plus. And then you will be solving this bracket. You'll remove the brackets. When you're removing the brackets, you have to solve the inner values. So, okay, I will explain it. It is much more better. So, for example, if I'm taking A plus B plus C, if I ask you, okay, so what what did I tell you in the beginning in the previous slide? Whenever brackets are there, that you have to modify it first. Whatever the expression is present in the bracket, you have to first solve that and remove these brackets. So if I apply postfix notation, so what will be the postfix notation I will get here? B, C plus, because the operator should be coming into the last, isn't it? Done. Plus A. Now this is one expression. When you remove this bracket, this thing becomes one expression. Let us suppose X. I am representing A plus X. Now if I ask you convert into postfix, can you do it? A X plus, this plus will be coming into the last, isn't it? So in that case, what is A here normally? What about X? X is BC plus. So BC plus, and then you're getting again a plus. This one, this plus you're getting. So what is X here? BC plus. This is the way exactly this operator is performed. So this is I have converted this infix notation to postfix notation. So whenever you're given such a kind of expression, first you have to remove the brackets. A plus, sorry, A plus, suppose B star C. Multiplication I'm doing. First, whatever the expression is present in this bracket, I need to solve and remove these brackets. So what it becomes? B C star, isn't it? So A plus B C star. Now, if you see, this is one expression. This entire thing is this is one expression. This is entire thing is one expression. Now there is an operator in between expression 1 and expression 2. Then operands, you can say operand 1 and operand 2. Then what I have to do? So postfix means the operator should come into the last. So you will be removing that and write the expression 1 and 2. So 1 here 2. What is 2? B C star. And then this plus symbol will be coming into the last. Okay. So if you see here, when the system scans it, it will scan from left side only. Even though we are solving the expression present here in this, that doesn't mean that we will be scanning from this side. No, never. We always scan from left to right in a postfix expression. And that is what he's saying exactly in this particular scenario. I will give you some more examples here so that people can understand here. Yeah, this is much more examples. So if you see here, this expression, what is the expression here? A plus B star C. So how can we write this? So since I'm having a bracket here, first I wanted to remove those particular brackets. So if I want to remove the brackets, whatever the expression is present here, I need to solve it. So postfix is nothing but AB, and after that you'll get the operator plus. And then whatever the operator you're having star C. Now this is one operand. This is one operand and this is one operand. And this is the operator in between 1 and 2. So what I have to write? A, B plus C and then star. This is how this expression works. Okay, so this operator I placed it here. Now you might be wondering, sir, there is a operator here. No, first time whenever there is an operator between only two operands, then you are replacing that with AB plus. This entire thing becomes one operand. Even though there is an operator here, this becomes one operand. Don't get confused. It is an operator only when it is present between two different operands. But once you convert that into a postfix like AB plus, this entire thing is one expression. Here, this is one operand, this is second operand, this is the operator. But whenever you people are writing AB plus means you converted this into a postfix form, this is one operand. This is at least one directly it has converted into a one particular operand. So don't get confused here. So this AB plus is one operand and C is second operand. So 1, 2, and then the operator, whatever I have, I placed it here. This is a way. So you can see this now here in this particular slide. See, first, what did he do? He tried to solve the inner one. So AB plus star C. And finally, what happened? This is one expression. This entire thing is one expression. C is second expression. And there is an operator here. So simply what we have to do, one first expression, second expression, and then operator. So what is the first expression? AB plus. What is the second expression? C. And then the operator. What is the operator here? So this is the postfix expression. This is how you people get a postfix expression. Okay. So it does not even follow the rule of operand precedence here. So the way we are performing it, that is most important, brackets. If brackets are not given, then we will follow the operator. So whenever brackets are given, we will not be following rules of operator precedence. When brackets are not available, then only we can perform operator precedence format. I will explain you what I mean by that. See here some more examples. So if I consider this one, that is a minus b. Let me solve this. You people also can try, no big deal. So a minus b star c plus d. What did I tell you? First, I had to remove the brackets. So whatever the expression is present within this bracket, I need to first convert into a postfix notation. I think you people know what is the expression you're going to get. A, b minus. This is first operand. Now, this is a second expression, C plus D. So what can I write? CD plus. This is your second operand. Now, star. So how can I write now? First operand, AB minus, second operand, CD plus, then the operator. What is operator? Star. Then this is your postfix notation. Convert it. Very easy, isn't it? Now let's see this one. You can see here this particular, I wanted to do it. So wherever brackets are there, I had to first convert into a that expression into a postfix form. So a plus b is there within the bracket. So can I write it ab plus? Ab plus, this is first one, dash, this dash. Now c plus d. So can I write cd plus? Wow. Okay, second expression you got it. Then minus. Next, what we have D star E. So can I write D E star? This is your third expression, isn't it? Now, since brackets are removed, now you people can go for priority. As I told you that division and multiplication will higher priority. So how many operators are left here? There are three operands right now. 1, 2, 3. How many operators? One operator, second operator. Now division has, as I told you, multiplication and division will have higher priority. Plus and minus will have low priority. So since division is having higher priority, I will solve operand 1 and 2 first. So operand 1 and 2, in between I have division. So what can I write? Operand 1, operand 2, then slash operator, then minus DE star. This is third. Now if you see here, this entire thing became first expression. This became the second operand. And this is your operator. Now what you can do it? So AB plus CD plus slash, the first operand is completed. Second operand is DE star. So DE star. And then you people can write this particular operator in the last. Fine. Your post expression got it. You got the post expression. Now if you see here, the operator has been placed after the operand. The operator is been placed after the operand. So how the system is going to understand is it will return a value of B. Then immediately you got an operand something called as plus. Means whatever the value A and B are there, it is asking you to perform addition. That is what we are doing now, A plus B. So in this way, system will understand. So you will be getting some value. Okay. Suppose A equal to 2. Okay, let me erase this first one. Okay. How system will understand, I'll explaining it. Suppose A equal to 2, B is equal to 3, C equal to 4, and D is equal to 5. Let us assume like this. So first one, A is how much? 2. Then B is how much? 3. Plus system will perform that. I need to perform addition on these two variables. So 3 plus 2 is how much? 5. So it will simply place here 5. Next to C, it will read the value of C. What is that? 4. What is the value of D here? 5. Then plus. So it system will understand that I need to perform addition between these two variables 5 plus 4. So what is 4 plus 4 here? 9. 5, 9. Okay, so plus is completed. After that, what you are having here, you can see here immediately after plus, you are having dash, I mean division. That means between 5, 9 dash means it is asking that 5 by 9 to perform it. 5 by 9 it has to perform here in this case. In that way the system understands. Okay, then what about D here? 5. What is E? E equal to, let us suppose 4. So 4 star means the system has to perform 5 into 4. You are going to get 20. Now, whatever the value you're getting from 5 by 9, something X. So X 20, then finally minus. Then system will come to know that whatever the values I'm having here too, I need to do subtraction between those two. And finally, you will get the output. This is the way how system can understand. We can easily understand this one, the expression which you people are seeing. In system can understand only the postfix expression, and this is the postfix expression for that particular second expression. Well, you people can try it at your home. Okay, whenever you're having free time, you people can try it. Then okay, this is an easy one. I think you people can do it. How to do it? First, I have to remove brackets. So whenever I'm removing brackets, that will become whatever the expression is there. I have to convert into postfix. How can I write? A B plus converted. This is first operand now. Star C. This is second operand. So what is that? Operand 1, operand 2, and then star. So AB plus C and then star. Your postfix expression is ready. So this is the way how we people can actually perform this particular expression and all. I hope you people are getting it. Okay. Yeah. So you people can try at home. And if you have any doubts, you people can ping me up anytime whenever you feel like you're having any doubts. Now let's see that we wanted to convert an infix to postfix expression. Now whatever we did, that is with the help of our intelligence and common sense we did it. Now but system doesn't understand intelligence. We need to program it so that it can act like a intelligent device. So definitely we need to write an algorithm. So how to convert an infix expression? So you know how to convert it, but this we have to write in a programmatic way. So let I be an algebraic expression. So this is an expression. So I'm calling it as I is an algebraic expression here. Okay, which is actually written in an infix format. Now, so this particular expression may consist of parentheses. You people can see there are brackets here. So that is what we call it as parentheses. Operands A, B, C, D, E, and all these are operands. And operators. What are the operators we have here? Star, division, subtraction, addition. All these are operators. Now, for simplicity, what we are going to do in this particular case, I am going to consider only these operators. Yeah, we have many other different type of operators, but for time being, I am going to consider only these operators. What is that? Plus, minus, star, division, modulo. I think you know this is modulus, right? Modulus. This is division, multiplication, this. And as I told you, plus and minus will have a lowest priority, and these three will be having a highest priority. This you people remember, this is what we call order of precedence. Okay. Now let's go ahead. Let's see how exactly it works. So the precedence of these operators can be given as follows. That is what I explained to you. So higher priority is given for star slash percentage. This is what I gave you, right? So wherever you're getting multiplication, division, and modulus, you should consider it as a higher priority when compared to your addition and subtraction, because those have been provided as the lowest priority. Now, the evaluation of change. Okay, so how we are going to perform the order of evaluation of this particular operators is nothing but based upon the parents. So wherever parents are there, we will try to solve that expression first, and then we'll convert that into a normal operand, and then we'll be performing the remaining process and all. So let's see if I give you the expression. Yeah, this is the expression which I was waiting for. If you see here, a plus b star c. Till now, if you see, there is a lot of difference between this expressions and this expression. What is the difference here? There are no brackets, isn't it? In this, you are having brackets, and whenever brackets are coming, you people know that you have to solve the expressions that are present within this particular bracket. But what about here? I don't have any brackets. So what way I had to solve this? So how can I solve this particular expression now? So for that only he has given these things. So wherever you're having this, you should give that as a highest priority. Wherever you're having this, you should be giving that as a lowest priority. Means addition and subtraction should be given a lowest priority, and multiplication, division, and modular should be given a higher priority. Now, if you see here perfectly in this particular case, a plus b star c. If you see here, we have only two operators, plus and subtraction. I mean multiplication, sorry, addition and subtraction. Now in that, you know that which one is having the highest priority. Which one is having highest priority? Star, of course, star. So first you need to solve this particular expression. You have to solve that particular expression. So what is the postfix notation of b star c? B C star. Just write it as it is. Now this one has become one operand, as I told you. Now this has become another operand, as I told you. This is first operand, this is your second operand, and this is your operator. So what I have to do now? Postfix notation. Simple, right? First operand, second operand, then the operator. What is operator? We have here plus. In this way, you people have to solve it. Okay, solving is very easy. Program, writing a program is somewhat critical. That's it. So I think you people have understood how we exactly solved it. I'm telling you one more time so that you people remember it, because this is what important exactly here. So what he means to say here is, so a plus b star c. So wherever first you will see if any of this particular operator is present or not, multiplication, division, or modules. If it is, that is highest priority. So solve that first. So we are having here multiplication. So I'll solve first b star c. So I'll first convert this b star c into postfix notation, that is bc star. Now this becomes one operand, second, and this is your first operand plus. Now what I have to do? So this is first, second, and there is an operator. So since there are only two operands here, simply first operand, second operand, then operator. This operator comes. And finally, you got the postfix notation. This is what comes under your postfix notation. So I hope you people got it. Okay, this is the way how you people can do when there are no brackets. But if brackets are given, you have to solve first brackets. So whenever brackets are given, you will not see any subtraction. No, first solve that expression. After that, whatever the operators are left, then you will be applying on that particular thing. So here, that's what he's saying here. If a bracket is given like this, you can see here, if a bracket is given like this, what did I do if there is no bracket? I first calculated b star c. But if you see here in this expression, a bracket is there between a and b. So first you have to solve a and b. Means you will be converting a and b first. So a plus b star c, if there is a bracket provided here, first bracket expression need to be solved because there are brackets here. Remove those brackets. So a b plus. This is your first operand, star c. So this is your second operand. So how we can write first operand, second operand, then star. Did you see there is a difference between the earlier one? Earlier one, what is the expression I got here? B C star. Then I had a plus. So a b c star plus. Earlier, when there were no brackets, I got this expression as a postfix. But when I have a bracket between a and b, I got an expression something like this. Now remember, if I will use bracket something like this, Suppose brackets are between B, again you'll get a different postfix expression, because here if you see the bracket is between B and C. So first you have to solve B and C. So what is the output you are going to get? B star C means BC star. Then A plus BC star. So you will be getting A BC star plus, isn't it? So you got the same thing. Did you got the same thing here? No. But what is the expression you got here? If you see here, without brackets, whatever the expression you got, that expression and this expression is same. But so that is the main role played by these particular brackets. So wherever brackets are there, it can change the meaning of that particular expression. So this should be taken care carefully. So whenever based on, that's why whenever a bracket is provided, first try to solve the expression present in that particular bracket. Then remaining process becomes very, very easy. Okay, so I hope you people have understood how to perform it. So let's take a real-time example and solve it. So there is an algorithm here. So this is the algorithm we are using. First, okay, here there are different algorithms are there depending upon the situation. Since I am preferring this particular textbook, something called as Rima Tareja, so I'm just following whatever the process that particular person has provided here. Okay, so what he's saying is whenever you're given an infix notation, whenever you are given something like A plus B star C, this is an infix notation given. He is asking you to add the pair. Okay, I want to just clarify because from now onwards I'll call. See, whenever I'm representing this one, I call this as left parenthesis. Left parenthesis. And whenever I'm representing the closed bracket, I will call it as right parenthesis. I think you people are familiar with this. So we call it as left parenthesis, and this is what we call it as right. Means this is your left parenthesis and this is your right parenthesis. Now what is saying exactly, whenever you're given an infix notation, you first add closing means right parenthesis to the end of prefix. So whatever the notation is given, you close like this. That is what he means to say. And then push left parenthesis on the stack. So definitely you should have one more here. Na? When you're writing close, there should be this one, open brace, right? So this is what I call it as left parenthesis. But rather than placing it into this particular expression, I am placing this particular left parenthesis into the stack. He is asking you to place or push that particular left parenthesis onto the stack. And now repeat until each character in the infix notation is scanned. So one by one, I'm going to scan this character A plus bracket open, B star, C bracket close. One by one, I will scan it up. So when I'm scanning that particular elements, if a open braces, that is left parenthesis is encountered, push it onto the stack. Same like parenthesis checker. So whenever you're encountering a open brace, okay, open bracket or left parenthesis, push it directly into the stack. That is what he means to say. But in case, okay, that is the first thing. But if an operand, I think you people know operand. What is operand here? A, B, C are the operand. If you encounter this particular ABC, simply write it as in a postfix notation. If an operand, whether it is a digit or a character is encountered, add it to the postfix expression. Simply add it to the postfix. So postfix expression is nothing but suppose B star C is there. So B, C star. So I will write this is an postfix expression. So he's asking you to write it directly. So wherever operands are coming. Now, if a closing bracket is coming, this is what you people have to keep in mind now. If a closing bracket or the right parenthesis is encountered, then pop from the stack. So from the stack, whatever the elements are there, pop it up one by one, remove the elements from the stack until you people are encountering the open brace. Until you people are encountering the open brace, keep on popping those particular elements. That is what he means to say in this particular thing. Okay. And then after that, what he's asking is discard this particular brace. So that closing brace and opening brace, you just simply discard from the stack. So what he means to say, whenever you people encounter a closing brace here, this particular closing brace, so in the stack, whatever the elements are there, remove it. All those elements until you encounter a opening brace, means opening closing matches, thus you will directly cancel it. till that time you should remove the elements. Okay. First opening, closing, I mean opening brace wherever you are encountering, till that time you should remove the elements from the stack. And after that, whatever the opening brace and the closing brace is there, simply discard it. And remaining you add it to the postfix notation. Now, in case if an operator is encountered, then what I have to do? So here, repeatedly pop from the stack means whenever an operator is coming up, and suppose operator is coming and there is another operator in the stack. Suppose the priority of this particular operator is less, okay, then the operator present in the stack, you have to remove that particular operator from the stack because it is having higher priority. Now we should give higher priority to this particular stack. So we will remove that from the stack, and then this operator will be inserted into this particular thing. That is nothing but your stack. Okay. And then finally we are pushing, that is a B option. But what if both same priority processes are coming? Suppose star is there. Suppose within a stack, star is present and suddenly you got division. Both are having same priority. Then also you will remove star first from the stack. Then you will be adding dash division. Okay. I hope you're getting it. So what he means to say that suppose whenever you're scanning it, you got star. Okay. And within this particular stack, you're having plus. Now, first you have to see what is the operator here, plus. Which one is having highest priority? Star. This is having low priority. It is already in the stack, no problem. Then you can add star here. But, but if the case is different, for example, within the stack, you are having star. And the next operator, what you're scanning is plus, which is having highest priority. Star is having highest priority, but it is sitting in the stack and this is outside. So first you have to remove this star and give it into the postfix expression, and here you added star. In this particular place, you will be adding that particular stack. Oh, sorry. So here you people will be adding star. This is the way you will be doing it. And once the entire expression is completed, whatever the elements present in the stack, simply pop out and place it into the postfix expression. That is what he's saying. Okay, this is the algorithm here. Don't worry, I'll explain with the help of examples so you will clearly understand. Just give me some 7 minutes here we're having. So no problem, we'll do it up. Now this is expression I'm having. So you can see here a minus bracket open b by c plus d percentage star f plus divided by g bracket close star h. This is expression. Now this expression I'm going to read it using getters. Okay, getters function I'm going to read it into an array. So what is the array I'm using here? This is the array you can see here. So total how many letters I have here is 0 to 18. Okay, total how many I have? 0 to 18. So that is 19 elements. I have actually scanned it. Now here, what as per the rule, what did he say in the algorithm? Add close bracket here. Now I'm going to use a stack here. This is a stack. Let me represent it. So stack size is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now I'm going to apply that algorithm one by one. Understand this careful. This is important. First step is add a close bracket in this list. So in the 19th place, there will be a closed bracket. And after that, what did he ask you to do? Add the opening brace into the stack. Push the opening brace into the stack. I have pushed it. I have pushed the opening brace. Means something like here it is, here it is. So this particular stack, this particular brace, he is placing it in this. Done. Now one by one using iteration, one by one, I am going to scan one element. So what is the first element I have here? What is the first element I have? A. What is A here? A is an operand, isn't it? A is a operand. So whenever he is getting an operand, what did he ask you to do? Simply place it into the postfix expression. So I'm going to take another array. Within that, I'll simply place this A. Okay. Next, what is the next expression? Next iteration, I have something called minus. Minus is an operator. So definitely what I have to do whenever operator is coming, simply I have to push it into the stack. But before pushing into the stack, I have to check whether is there any operator present in this already? No. There is only one open bracket is there. No more operators are present. So simply after second iteration, I'll place minus into this particular stack. See how exactly it works. So after second iteration, what is the postfix expression? A. Now after that, what did you get in the third iteration? Third iteration, you people are getting something called open bracket. And whenever you're getting an open bracket, what did he ask you to do? Simply push that into the stack. So I'm simply pushing it into the stack. Then immediately in the fourth iteration, you're getting the value variable called B. B is an operand. Whenever you're getting, okay, let me write it here. This is third iteration. First iteration, second iteration, third. Now we were doing fourth iteration. So we got expression B. Whenever you're getting B is an operand. Whenever you're getting B, simply add it to the expression A, B. Okay, I hope you people are getting it. Now, after that, what is the in fifth iteration? Now this time I'm doing fifth iteration. So when I'm doing fifth iteration, what is the value I'm going to read here? Division. This is an operator. So I have to check first within the stack. Is there a operator here? But if you see, topmost stack consists of open bracket. It's not an operator. So simply I will dump that division into this particular stack. So now what is the expression here? A, B. After sixth iteration, what is the value I got here? If you see here, what is the expression after sixth iteration? C, variable C. C is the operand. Simply dump here. A, B, C. Now, come to the seventh iteration. When you're coming to the seventh iteration, you can see here, what is the value here? Plus. This is the operator. You can see here, this is a operator here. And now, before inserting into this stack, I had to see whether there is operator. Yes, there is an operator here. You can see here, within the stack, you are having an operator here, division. And this is having plus. Which is having highest priority, I told you. Division is having highest priority. So what I have to do? It is in the stack. Remove this first. First, I had to, because plus is having a lowest. So this is an operator, this is an operator. But if you see, plus is having lowest priority, division is having highest priority. So first I had to remove this. I have to remove this division and place it here. So A, B, C slash. And then I will add this plus into this particular stack because I don't have any other operator. I have an open bracket. So I added it. Okay. After eighth iteration, what I'm going to do? So after eighth iteration, what is the bracket? What is that I got here? Open bracket. Simply dump it. I don't have to see anything. So what is the expression after eighth iteration? A, B, C slash. I hope you people are getting it. It's very easy, right? Next, 9. So when you're coming to the ninth iteration, what is the variable? What is the element I got here? D. D is a operand. And whenever operand is coming, simply dump it into this particular expression. That is A, B, C slash D. Okay. Now, 10th iteration. You got the expression something. You got that element called module. Whenever you're getting a module, you have to check with whether there is an operator present in this. No, there is an open bracket. Simply dump that particular module into this particular stack. Then what is the expression here? A, B, C slash D. No changes. Then when you got to the 11th iteration, so you have taken, you got the variable called as E. E is an operand. Simply dump it outside. A, B, C slash D, E. Now come back here. Now if you see here, star. So if you see here, star is there. So here the expression might be changing now because star is having a highest priority, right? And whereas coming to module, if you see, it is a highest priority. And here also we have, so both are having the same priorities. Both are having the same priority, star and this. And what did I tell you? When both are having the same priority, whichever is present from the beginning in the stack, remove that and place it. So since both are having same priority, I will remove percentage module here and I will place it here. Sorry, in the 12th iteration, no, sorry, not here. In this expression, 12th iteration, A, B, C slash D, E percentage. And then I will add star here in this particular case. And after that, 13th iteration, what is the value I got here? F. So F means obviously you people can write A, B, C slash D, E percentage F. And then you are coming to the next iteration, that is 14th iteration. And 14th iteration, what is the element you got here? Close. Now this is important. Closing bracket. And what did he say in the algorithm? Whenever you people are getting a closing bracket, you people have to remove all the elements which are present in the stack until you are encountering with the open brace. So this is a closing brace. Till where is the opening brace? This particular location. So before that, whatever the elements are there, remove it. What is the element I have? Star. I will remove it and I'll simply dump it here. So A, B, C slash D, E percentage F, then star. And then I encountered this one. I have encountered this. So now I will remove this one also and this one also I will, but I will not add to this expression. I'm not adding to this postfix expression that brackets, simply dump. So this bracket is gone and this bracket is also gone. This is the bracket which we have placed here. Both are gone now. Now what is the next element? So 15th iteration, what is the element we have? Slash. Did you see this? This is a slash we are having here. So again, you will see here, there is an operator here. So which one is having highest priority? Plus or division? Division is having highest priority. So simply I can dump because plus is having low priority now, so we don't have to care. So that division I can place it here. And the expression what I'm going to get is ABC slash DE percentage F star. Okay, then 16th iteration G, simply dump it up. ABC slash DE percentage F star G. Now this is again important. 17th iteration. What is that you got? Closed bracket. So whenever you're getting a closed bracket, what did I say? Right parenthesis. Until your matching left parenthesis is coming, whatever the operators are there, dump it up. So if you see here, the open parenthesis is present here. So before that, we have two different operators. Simply dump it into the expression. ABC slash DE percentage F star G. After G, you have slash, then plus. See, completed. Slash and plus completed. So this open braces is matching with this particular closed braces. So simply we will be discarding these two. We have discarded this one and here also we have erased it. What is the next operator we are getting in the 18th iteration? Star. This star, I am going to dump it here. Why? This star is having highest priority when compared to the operator which is present here. Minus is having low priority, star is having highest priority. So I can dump it. So simply what I'm going to do, I'm going to dump it star here. If it is reverse, then I have to remove star plus. Okay. But star is having outside and minus is present in the stack. So I can simply dump that star here. And what is the expression? The same expression I'm going to get. ABC slash DE percentage F star G slash, and then what is that we have removed actually? Plus slash plus. And next 19th iteration when we are doing it, what is the value we have? H. Simply dump it. APC slash DE percentage F star G slash plus H. And then after that you got a close bracket. So whenever you're getting a close bracket, until you get an open bracket, dump the operators, whatever the elements are present in this particular stack. So finally what is the output you people are going to get is ABC division DE percentage F star G division plus H. Then what is the next element we have in the stack? Multiplication star. And then what is the next element is minus. Done. So this open braces and this closed braces will be encountered and we will remove it. So all the elements are removed from the stack. And this is the final expression what you people have got. This is the way how you people have to solve this particular problem. It's very, very easy and easily we can perform it. Okay. So I hope you people have understood this. This is the way how you people have to exactly do it. Now, okay, let me erase it. Now this is the expression of it. Did you see this? This is the expression we got it. I think somewhere in this there is small modification. Star and percentage has been placed directly here. Depending upon the algorithm we are writing, based on that we'll be placing it. This is what the expression finally we got. Star minus DEF star percentage G slash plus H. So this is the expression what we have. This is a stack. So whatever we have used it stack na array. This array he is representing horizontally, and one by one he is adding the elements into this and he's performing it. I want you people to go through this particular thing and try to solve it on your own so that you people can understand here. Okay, it's very, very easy. And if you find it difficult in this, then you just can ping me up. In the next session also we'll discuss this. We'll discuss one more time so that you people can understand easily how exactly this postfix notation is done. If you understand this postfix notation, then prefix notation becomes very, very easy. So this is all we have for today's session. I hope you people have enjoyed watching this and understood this particular concept. Okay, so in the next session also we'll somewhat discuss on this and then we'll go for prefix notation. Thank you. Thank you for watching.